but it's harder now with the internet because the publicists can do their research.
Mm-hmm.
But another one surprised on the 500th anniversary of Reformation, Elizabeth Eaton, the bishop, presiding bishop of the ELCA, Evangelical Lutheran Church in America, agreed to an interview with us.
How'd that one go?
And it was profound. I mean, Todd can tell you more about it. Todd do a better job. She was very vague until we got specific, and Todd can take it from there.
And so she knew that she was interviewing a Lutheran pastor, so she did her very best to sound as Lutheran as possible.
Mm.
And that's one of the features of the Evangelical Lutheran Church in America is they've retained all the language.
Word and sacrament.
Yeah, they've retained all
gospel.
of the jargon, but they've changed all the definitions.
Mm.
So she was kind of counting on skating by just hoping that I didn't ask her to define anything. And the most telling point in that interview is the last question, where I said, in my denomination, the Lutheran Church Missouri Synod, I'm sure you know, the pastors and congregations are required to subscribe unconditionally to the 1580 Book of Concord. That's a requirement. And as a true exposition of Scripture, confessional subscription. I just gave her that definition. I said, is that a requirement in the Evangelical Lutheran Church in America? I knew the answer to that. I knew no, it isn't at all. Her answer was very telling. She said, yes, we require all of our pastors to subscribe to the Lutheran confessions as a true exposition of the gospel. She swapped out Scripture for the gospel. And it's a classic move of gospel reductionism, is to say, I will subscribe to them as expositions of the gospel. That way I can narrow everything down and reject what I don't like.
Uh-huh.
But she would not say Scripture. And that little move was the highlight of that interview, because up to that point, and when we did a postmortem on it with, I don't know who we talked to, when we did a postmortem on it, we always do postmortems after the hostile interviews with someone else. I said, you could have listened to almost that entire interview and think, wow, we've got the Evangelical Lutheran Church in America all wrong. They really are Lutherans after all, until you get to that answer. But then it takes someone to explain what she did there, how she basically, in theological terms, swapped the formal and material principles of theology out for one another. And once the lay people see, oh, she wouldn't say Scripture, she'd say the gospel, then the mask comes off.
Then it makes sense.
Yeah.